Hi, everybody. Nice to see you again. So I have two things I want to talk with you about. So let's dive right in. So the first is, I don't know if your parents told you or if you saw it yourself. Nativote is trying to spread some love, put some new window art on our windows. This one specifically thinking about hearts. Hearts are a way that we can show that we care. So hopefully by the end of this video, we'll have some inspiration to make some hearts to show all of those out there working for all of us how much we care and how much we appreciate it. So we're going to leave that for a sec. We'll come back to it at the end. Just keep it in mind. Okay, let's continue. So the idea of hearts got me thinking about the artist Romero Britto, who I actually think many of you have probably seen his work or heard of him before. He's a really fun, cheerful artist. So we're going to talk a little bit about him, and then we're going to go back to the idea of the hearts. So the reason that Brito came to mind for me, as I said, is that he does a lot of artwork with hearts in it, and he's very cheerful. So I want to show you just a few quick images of his, just to give you a quick selection, and then you'll see what you're inspired by yourself. So here's one big heart. As you see, a heart, cheerful colors. I wonder what you noticed about his art. What are some of the elements that stand out to you? Is it the lines? Is it the bright colors, the patterns that really keep the eye moving around the artwork, always looking for more? The shapes, the images here that we have through these simple shapes. There's lots to keep us interested. Let's take a look at another one. This one, I happen to love this one. This one inspired my own art making. This one is called New Day. And if you've noticed the dates, Romero Britto is still alive today. He is originally from Brazil. I believe he spends most of his time in Miami, which is, I think, why a lot of people in Toronto know about him, as you may have gone to Miami yourself. I actually learned about him from all of you guys. I had not heard of him until the last few years, and I'm so happy that you introduced me to his artwork because it always puts a smile on my face. So as you see, hearts, these are just a few selection of his artworks. Hearts are a big motif. That means it's something that comes up frequently in his artwork. And also, like we talked about, the bright colors, the lines. There's a lot of movement. Our eye keeps wandering because there's so much to see, and those lines really help us guide us around the image. We keep going around. But I know you guys have lots of interesting ideas yourself. As you take a look longer, you can always think about what you see, what you think, and what you wonder. Notice new things. His color choices, which colors he chooses to put next to each other, either in the same area or next door. Like I see the blues and the yellow and the blue next to the red, like big, contrasting colors that are not that similar, but at the same time here, like the red and the orange, very pink, very similar colors together. Not always the same pattern that he does. I think, he often, I think, works just what pleases him, and something for you to think about. A few more hearts examples, and we're going to leave it there for that. But if you take a look further at Romero Britto's work, hearts are often they're either sometimes, as you see here, the main image of the picture, and sometimes they're just a small detail. And in fact, I am going to share a video link. It's a really short video about him. I think it's worth watching, where he talks a little bit about his process and what interests him in his art making. And he says himself I want people, when they see my art, to have a big smile on their face and a huge one in their heart. So for him, his art is meant to spread joy. So for me, when I think hearts, Romero Britto just seemed like a great choice to talk about it. So getting back to the idea of hearts, as I said, I was inspired by Romero Britto to make some hearts for my window, and I'll show you more about that in the next video. Um, as you see, we were inspired by Romero Britto, and we made a few examples. Mine, I actually made on plastic, and we're going to hang them up, and there'll be sun catchers where the light can shine through and we can see them inside and outside. I'll show you a few examples of some ideas and help you get started on how to make either some Romero Britto inspired hearts or just Romero Britto inspired art or other types of hearts that interest you. So I'll see you soon and have a great day. Bye.